Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Today is the 10th of June. It is virtual Startup Huddle St. Lucia. We're back again for another wonderful, wonderful event. We have two wonderful female presenters. We have two wonderful professional expert panelists, also female. And we have a wonderful group of audience from all walks of life, from all parts of the globe, the majority of which are business professionals and entrepreneurs. This is a space for entrepreneurs that are led by entrepreneurs. Okay, so I would just like to say thank you so much for joining us for this event. And this is the open networking portion of it. So just for a couple of minutes until 5:10, we kind of have 2 minutes. So I'm just going to allow you guys to kind of just say hi and just to make sure that your audio is working fine. So can you please just unmute yourself and test your audio just to make sure that it's working just fine? Because when we get to the Q&A, that is when we would need to hear you. So I'm going to mute myself and allow you to test your audio now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm Renetta Billy from Tribe's Marketing.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good
Hi, everybody. I think my window, let me try to open it. Okay, good.
A special shout out to Anita James, my teacher.
Hi, nice to see you. Welcome.
Baby Anita, thank you, thank you. And a
Betty,
special,
yes, nice to see you, Betty.
and a special
Wow.
shout out to Kyle. It's just a pleasure to see a man in this group.
Wow.
Kyle.
here.
Betty, we going places. Once Betty with us, we going places.
Thank you, Anita.
Okay, has everybody tested their audio? Okay.
Hi, I'm Leanda.
Okay,
Hi.
yes, awesome. Kriya, what about you? Is your video fine? Can you enable your video for us, please? Samantha, can you enable your video? Gina, enable your video, please. Awesome. Now, during the course of the event, I will be taking snapshots. So because of that, I would not be able to alert you ahead of time. So please make sure that your video is on. And of course, keep smiling, you know, like this. Yeah, just keep smiling because you never know when I'm going to snap. And and yeah, so those images are going directly to our Facebook page. So you don't want to be caught off guard. All right. So yeah. Okay. So Tiffany, we want to see you. We want to see everybody.
Special shout out to Kriya.
I currently have a headache. So
Hi,
my
Kriya.
camera is off.
We have a very active expert panelist there, Michelle.
I must say.
We love that, Betty. Betty, we love that. Keep coming, Betty. Don't stop.
I like that. I like that. Okay, awesome. So it is now 5:11. We are 1 minute. We are 1 minute above our time. So at this point in time, Anita, I'm going to turn the floor over to you so that you can open up our event with a word of prayer.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. Let us all talk to our Master. Father in heaven, we continue to praise and glorify your name for giving us another opportunity where we could meet virtually to discuss business related to entrepreneurs. We ask for your leading, your guidance, your cleansing, so your spirit will be with us. Let there be a spirit of camaraderie, fellowship, love, and wisdom. We want to pray especially on behalf of the organizers, the presenters, the expert panelists, and the audience. And everyone will participate fully and give us a productive meeting, we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so very much, Anita, for that opening prayer. All right. So at this point in time, I just want to welcome everybody to Startup Huddle St. Lucia again. And I'm going to quickly introduce my team members who are on the call. They make up the team SHSL, as we are most commonly known, hashtag in front on Facebook. So we have, starting from the top, we have Lisa Yard. Please say hi and the role that you play in Startup Huddle.
Hello everybody, I'm Lisa Yad. I am, what am I again? The project manager at Startup Huddle St. Lucia.
Oh my gosh. And next we have Michaela Charles Noel.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michaela Charles Noel, and I am the presenter recruitment head.
Okay. And what does that person do though? Because we don't know. Tell us.
Okay, I am responsible for trying to get persons to present at Startup Huddle St. Lucia, and I also take it for myself to encourage and to encourage and to encourage and to invite and to share with lots of people so that they can register and sign up for the event.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so very much, Michaela. Moving on to Ronetta.
Hi everyone. My name is Ronetta Billy and I am the coach for Startup Huddle St. Lucia. I get the privilege of getting the presentation before every one of you. So the presenters do a mock presentation for me and then we have a discussion and we just try to tweak it to make sure it's perfect for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Ronetta. And next we have Anita.
I'm the review team leader. Basically, my job is to review applicants who want to present to Startup Huddle so we can see whether they meet the criteria so that they can present the young enterprises to the group.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so very much. And I am the only other person in the group that's part of the team. So I am your head organizer of Startup Huddle St. Lucia, Michelle and Samuel here. And I am so elated to be part of this wonderful team. All right, so just to give you a quick run through as to what this event really is. So Startup Huddle St. Lucia is an event, as I said, run for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. And that is a safe space for entrepreneurs and leaders to share their business ideas and their ventures and to get honest feedback from the local community. What do? We support, we encourage, we advise, and we also make suggestions. Yes, we can critique, but what is the term that we normally like to use, especially the teachers? Mrs. Combi, can you tell us? Constructive, I'm reading the lips, constructive criticism, that's right. So that is what we are basically doing here. Now, the ladies that are presenting this evening are from a program called Dream to Reality Professional Business Training Course, which they recently completed the first phase in May. Now, what they're doing right now is phase 2 of the program, where they get to present their business before an audience, utilizing all the information that they would have learned in the program and getting to now share it to an audience and see what your feedback is going to be. So this is basically market research in real time. And I would just say thank you to all of you for being here, and I cannot wait for you to see this event in action. Okay, so a couple of household things that I want to take care of. Unless you are the one speaking, please ensure that you are muted. However, ensure that your video is on at all times, because there will be snapshots being taken of the group as we go along, and then that is posted onto our Facebook page. So please ensure that your video is enabled. We would like to see your face because this is an engaging audience, an engaging event. Normally we would have been in a room talking to each other, but because it's not possible, we have this virtual room. So we want to see everybody, see your smiling faces, so that we can get to see who we are engaging with. Okay, and that's basically it. So we have our first presenter coming on for 6 minutes. Then we have Q&A with the expert panel. Then Q&A with the audience and the presenter. So you will get your chance to actually ask your questions. Some of you would be able to raise your hand, use the feature in the chat box below. So there is what you call the, okay, so in the bottom there, the bottom banner, you'll be able to either raise your hand, or if you cannot find it, you can give a thumbs up or wave, and you will be called upon to then ask your question. And then we will permit you to do that and then ask the presenter to then respond. If we don't get to you in time, feel free to use the chat box and type in your questions there. But what we would like you to do is, when we call upon you, state your name, your designation, the organization or the agency that you represent, and then go ahead and ask your questions. And that's basically how we're going to go with it, okay? So Ronetta, who is our team member, will be the timer. So she will be the one enforcing that, okay, time's up, very nicely. And so that will be the end of the session. Then in the middle, we have announcements by the team. Then we have our second presenter coming on board. Again, Q&A, and then After that, we have community announcements that are being made by Lisa. And then finally, we have our breakout rooms. The breakout rooms is where one room is reserved for the 2 expert panelists and the presenters. They're going to be in the room alone, where they go through one-on-one sessions with the expert panel away from prying eyes. We'll be in the separate room engaging and networking, having a virtual drink and just enjoying each other's company. Okay, so that's basically how it's going to go for this evening. Now, without further ado, I would like to pass the baton on to Michaela, who will now introduce our expert panel and then our first speaker. Michaela?
Hello, everybody again, and welcome to another exciting Startup Huddle virtual event. Now, I think I'm loving this virtual event. I can stay home and I can be in the comfort. I don't need to put on any shots, professional shots. I don't need to do all of that. But sometimes I still feel like I need to make up my face and brush my teeth, even if I'm not in front of people. But that's okay, we're missing our outside life. It is of great pleasure to have 2 expert panelists here with us this evening. And with no further ado, I will go ahead and introduce them. Managing Director and owner of Moz Inc., I hope I said that right, and a lecturer at the University of the West Indies Open Campus, St. Lucia. Miss Betty Comby is here with us, serving as our first expert panelist, or one of our expert panelists, being the Vice Chairperson of the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards Technical Committee for Management Services, and a member of St. Lucia. What better person to serve as this month's expert panelist to offer advice and guidance to our presenters based on her profession. Ms. Comby, we would like to thank you for accepting, and we are looking forward for your continued support to the development of entrepreneurs. Next, we have Ms. Gina Mcphee, 26-year-old communications professional at St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, has graciously accepted to be here with us in the capacity of expert panelist. She has served SLASPA for more than 7 years, beginning her journey there as a junior clerk and now as a communications and public relations officer, assisting the senior manager in executing successful communication internally and externally. She is more than fitting to serve at this month's event as expert panelist based on her experience. She is eager to learn about the business ventures of our presenters and to share her advice. Ms. Mcphee, we would like to thank you for accepting, and we are looking forward for your continued support to our young entrepreneurs. So again, we want to thank you and welcome. You can say hello. You'll get your opportunity to speak, but you can say hello.
Hello.
Okay, that's Ms. Mcphee. All right. Ms. Comby, are you there? I got stuck.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Saying hello to everybody, shouting at Suzette Merrill.
Okay. All right. So right about now, get ready, guys. So we are about to listen to one of our entrepreneurs. A graduate from the Dream to Reality course for women, Miss Paulina DeTerville is known for her creativity, resulting in her entrepreneurial venture, Royalty Weddings and Events. She is most qualified in sales, a mother of one, motivated to motivate entrepreneurs like herself. Her most recent achievement was when she created a platform through the Global Entrepreneurship Network, creating events where locals can display their products. Welcome our first presenter, Paulina DeTerville, as she shares what royalty weddings and events is all about. So Ms. Paulina, you can unmute yourself and you have the floor.
Good evening, sorry everyone. As she rightly said, my name is Paulina de Seville, but I'm known to many as Amanda, the manager of Royalty Weddings and Events. We are a full-service wedding and event business located in Castries. Before I direct your attention to the inner workings of Royalty Weddings and Events, I would like to tell you a little about myself. She already gave you a briefing on what I am about, but this is where Royalty Weddings and Events all began. I was first a florist at a well-known establishment in St. Lucia, and my passion for being creative actually landed me that position. I began decorating because of a customer who, while working at the establishment where I was a florist, suggested that we go into decorating. And I ran the idea by my former employer who was not keen on the idea. So as a result, I discussed it with him, and with his okay, I began to offer my service at his establishment. After a couple of years of doing this, it was a lucrative cushion for me, and I decided to go into business full-time as of 2018. Permit me to share my screen with you. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, I'm having some difficulties. You name it, we make it happen. Royalty Weddings is not an ordinary weddings and service entity. We provide all the services that you may think of needing when it comes to event planning, and we provide decorative services, planning services, catering, bartending, and a host of other services. When it comes to birthday parties, we also create stuff where we create backdrops, party decors, photo frames. Among the other services we provide are prom items for prom. We also provide a service of rentals. We custom make rentals. Who do you think deserves our royal service? Any and everyone. Our target market entails banks, hotels, brides in need of assistance are some of our satisfied customers, individuals hosting private functions, event planners, spouses in need of creating a romantic moment, business places, organizations, persons or entities who have no time or clueless about planning an event and need assistance. 60% of our customers are hotels and individuals getting married. 40% make up men who seek our services to create romantic moments. Persons planning events who may need us to supply our various services for rental or production of items. Our key stakeholders, how it all began. Royalty Weddings and Events, in order for us to start, we needed assistance. And with that, as a member of the GEN network St. Lucia, I got opportunities for networking where I gained allies, and my confidence to become a manager and the motivation that I needed was enforced there. SBDC, also known as SEDU, aided in the registration of my business. I also got networking opportunities through the various events that are hosted throughout the year, especially during Business Month. They also assisted with providing me with education in order to better operate my business successfully. Royalty weddings and events. What is it about? What is our competitive edge? What sets us apart is that we supply quality service, we provide a stress-free environment, we go the extra mile. Our slogan, "Even you deserve to feel like royalty," means we value every customer and do not discriminate. We offer you quality service and do not turn down anyone based on their budget. We work around your budget and create an item or the look that you so desire. We are available on Facebook, Instagram, and our customers usually contact us on these platforms. But most of our customers are from satisfied customers who referred them to us. Mommy!
Is she muted, Michelle? What's that?
Selena, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Are you still there? Okay, I think she probably had some issues with her connectivity. Her screen is
Right.
frozen. I'm not hearing her either. Okay. All right, so let me see if I can try to get her back. Michaela, in the meantime, we can go ahead with the questions. So persons can start, typing in their questions into the chat.
Yes, before we do that, we just want to acknowledge a special person participating here with us. Very special individual. Everybody is special. Please do not feel unspecial, but everybody is special. So we have with us from the U.S. Department of State, Mr. Kyle Fishman. And while we wait for Paulina, if you can just introduce yourself, Mr. Fishman, and tell us a little about who you are and the role that you play.
Sure. Thank you, Michaela. First of all, I'm probably the least special person here because you all are doing things and creating businesses. I'm just here in the background supporting great people like Michelle and the whole team at Startup Huddle St. Lucia for putting on programs like this. But I'm just really thrilled to be able to participate and wish that I could ask the previous presenter about, because I was really interested in the idea of marketing products that are from a certain locale. We had a chat the other day with our U.S. Embassy in Trinidad and Tobago, and they were talking about having a business idea for someone to sell local products virtually. So kind of taking advantage of this strange time to introduce people to their country through their products. But I'm thrilled to be with you today. I work on entrepreneurship programs in our region, the Caribbean and Latin America. And so I just want you to know that we're here, we support you, and we're helping Michelle with this project. But most of the credit goes to you all because you're making the positive change. And I think it's really critical, especially as we're sitting at home, to know that including more people, and especially women entrepreneurs in our economies is going to be essential to get us out of the kind of economic quagmire that we're in right now caused by the virus. So thank you, and great to be with you all today.
Okay, thank you so much. Michelle, any word from her yet?
Okay, so she's saying that her phone shut down. So that's basically the issue that she faced. So in the interest of time, we will come back to her. But so I think we should go ahead with our next presenter.
Sure. Okay, no problem. Okay, so Keisha has finally made it to this leg of her journey as an entrepreneur. With hard work, you are bound to record success. She had an idea, she had a dream, and she is now living her dream and is proud to say she's the CEO and manager of Connect Global Logistics. COVID-19 delayed a few steps, but the dream to reality course for women, which Keisha is a graduate from, provided an opportunity to refine her plans for Connect Global Logistics just in time for the official launch and opening, which took place on the 2nd of June of this year. Being a participant of the Dream to Reality course for women, she now has the awesome privilege to pitch her business to St. Lucia and neighboring islands, where she will receive much exposure and advice from the for the continuation and growth of her company. What is Connect Global Logistics? Well, what better person to tell us than Keisha herself? Welcome, Keisha, and I want to tell you congratulations on opening your business doors, and I wish you all the best. Keisha, the floor is yours.
First off, thank you very much, Michaela, for introducing me. That was a lovely introduction.
You're welcome.
My name is Keisha O'Sullivan, and I am the CEO of Connect Global Logistics. And as Michaela mentioned, I recently opened on the 2nd of June, so yay for me. So I'm really excited. And I am going to share my screen with you so that you guys can dig in and just learn just a little bit more about what Connect is all about. So at this point in time, I'm going to share my screen. So, Connect Global Logistics. What is our mission? Our mission is to connect the world by providing an unrivaled commitment to tailoring logistics solutions based on customers' needs and providing prompt, professional, and reliable service. Our vision is to become the most preferred freight forwarding company globally. Now, put yourself in a customer's shoes. You want good service, right? You're paying your money for good service. You don't feel that warmth when you enter into that place. They don't remember your name. You know, they have to ask you for your name many times. You don't feel welcome. An inability to source auto parts on islands. A lack of empathy for customers, just to name a few. We're coming into a very saturated market. So we have a lot of competitors in the markets, such as Westech Shipping, we have Shopbox, we have Zippy Freight, we have Swiftpack, and many more. Now, Connect Global Logistics has established partners in the UK and Trinidad who will source and ship to us. Connect Global Logistics is prepared to give customers unmatched quality customer service. No one else does. Some of our key partners, we have our employees, suppliers and vendors whom we have partnered with in the UK, our warehouse in the UK, and also our warehouse in Miami and our part sourcers also from Trinidad. Who is our target market? Well, our target market consists of individual households, corporate clients and businesses, barrel importers, special needs customers, for example, the schools who may need specific items shipped to them and so forth. Our solution? Well, we will provide that personal touch to our customers. We will greet each customer by name. We will tailor customer service, first-class service. Great value for money and service, which is what our customers want. Great location and off-road parking. Fully bespoke service. We are the only courier and logistics company that will be sourcing from Trinidad and the UK for its auto and truck parts. And I said the only courier that will be sourcing auto and truck parts. So we will have a specific page dedicated for persons who would like to source auto parts and truck parts from the UK and Trinidad. We will keep in touch with our customers via social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, choice television, local radio stations at key times of the day to reach the largest audience possible. Key impact matrix. How will we keep in contact with our customers? How will we know we will be doing well? We will have online reviews. Will they shop again? Customer feedback after sales. Will they promote us? What ways can we do better? What other services that we can provide to the customers? So we will be monitoring these things and getting the feedback. We will also be monitoring our sign-up reports to gauge the amount of customers that have been signing up with us. This entire dream, as I call it, was financed through personal funds, our startup assets, expenses. You know, for now, everything was financed through personal funding. We mentioned earlier about our truck parts, and we created our timeline. So we're now on our coming soon, ahead of our launch last week. So we're now on our coming soon. So that is going to be big, so look out for that. I have been very privileged to be able to work with the Professional Ladies Network. I was also privileged to join the Wildlife Network through Michelle after having done the Dream Builder course, which, you know, gave me a lot more confidence and areas that I figured that I needed to work on in order for me to actually be where I am today and open my business. I have completed 1 or 2 courses so far from the YLI, courses such as personal growth, you know, code of ethics and these things. So, I mean, I'm very privileged, and I would encourage anybody to do the course, as it really helps you, whether you're an idea stage, or you just want to develop more in your business, or you just want to go into business. At this point in time, I would like to thank everybody for listening to me, and I am prepared to answer any questions or queries that you may have. So thank you so much, guys.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful presentation, Tisha. All right, so Michaela, back to you.
Okay, guys, so I want to thank you so much, Keisha, for that wonderful presentation. You will get an opportunity to go through the panelists, but because of the technical difficulties we experienced a while ago from Polina, before she goes on, we'll allow you to go through the expert panelists first, and then we'll come back to Belina. So is that fair enough, judges or panelists?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So you ladies have 5 minutes basically to have your little chat between the expert panel and Keisha. And then, of course, Renetta will be the one letting you know when your time is up. Yep, so either one of you can take the floor, either Gina or Betty, whichever one of you want to start. You can ask your questions to Keisha.
Okay, before I start asking questions to Keisha, I mean, I must say, very impressive. Well done. I mean, there was certain, I thought to myself, well, Keisha had to be one of my students because Keisha was talking competitive advantage, talking about a value proposition. Very impressed. Keisha, my question is related to the finances. So I noticed you made mention of expenditure. But what do you see revenue like? Again, like you mentioned, there are quite a bit of competitors out there. I like how you have kind of separated yourself from what's been offered, right? So you've showed, especially those auto parts, bringing auto parts, which I don't think a lot of those companies are doing. Very impressive. But as far as revenue, have you done a cost benefit analysis? Have you looked at revenue versus income? Because all I saw was expenditure being mentioned in that slide.
Yes, we have. I'm not in, maybe in the breakout rooms, I'm not in a position to really dig into that aspect. But in the breakout room, I can definitely go into further with that information.
Okay, I understand that, and thank you. After all, it's a business, and a business is about profit. So we need to look at both revenue and expenditure.
That's right.
Okay, great. Gina?
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. I am so sorry. I've just been experiencing some technical difficulties. First off, Keisha, I'm going to follow Miss Combi in just complimenting and congratulating you on that presentation. After I saw it, I was like, okay, what am I about to ask her? Because she answered everything that I was thinking of asking. So kudos to you. That was really a good presentation. I'm just curious though about maybe if you could just speak further on the relationship that you've been able to create as it relates to Trinidad, because that was very unique. And when I saw it, I was excited because it shows that your company is really working along that regional path. So that was impressive. And my next question would be: are you looking at in the future perhaps introducing transporting air cargo, or is it focused on sea and transportation by sea, or are you going to include air transport as well?
Okay, glad you asked. We'll definitely gonna be doing efforts. We're definitely gonna be doing efforts. Amerijets, for example, American Airlines, and also we're doing inter-Caribbean. So we want to do Caribbean Airlines and stuff like that I have had meetings with to put it in motion. So I'm really going all out there to try and get, this customer, that customer, just all their needs and stuff like that. Because in business, you really have to work with the customers. You don't just say, I cannot do it. Find the information, get the links and stuff like that. So this is what I'm doing in the process. So definitely air freight, sea freight. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, great. So if these are all the questions from the expert panel for now, the floor is now moved on to the audience. So now the floor is open to you to ask your questions to Keisha. So again, the way we do this is that you notify us by either raising your hand or by or of course by notifying somebody in the team. Once we recognize you, we will then permit you to, of course, ask your question. You first state your name, your designation, and of course the agency or organization that you're affiliated with, and then you're permitted to ask your question. In case we don't get to you, please use the chat box, to ask your question. Just type it in the chat, Make sure it's addressed to everyone and not just to one person. And what's going to happen is that our team member is going to be, well, I will be looking at the chat and then relaying the question out so that Keisha can respond. And also, please let me know who the question is related to, whether it is related to Keisha or whether it is related to Paulina. So please let us know who your question is directed to. Okay, so the first hand I had coming up here was from Lisa, one of our team members. So Lisa, go ahead with your question. Lisa, you're muted.
My bad. Lisa from Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Keisha, one question came to my mind as you were presenting in connection with Trinidad and the UK. What I want to find from you, most times, as you said, the business is very saturated with all types of different freight companies in St. Lucia, or everybody getting their own business strategy. What I need to find from you, let's say 5 years from now, you're still in existence. Is there, how should I put that? Do you have any plans in creating a more viable logistic company 5 years from now? Let's just say, like, let's say another company comes and does the same thing you do. What will make you stand out that other company can never have? What would make you stand out?
Okay, well, first of all, they will always gonna have competition because I came into a saturated market. And what I did, I look back and say, okay, cool, everybody is doing this or doing that, but what it is that the customers want that these particular couriers aren't doing. So, I mean, for me, I have managed a courier for 5 years. So I am getting, well, my inspiration came from that in terms of trying to make the decisions myself. So for me, we have really, fantastic professional service, professional customer service. And as much as obviously when I launch and they may want to do the parts as well, trust me, we have stuff in the pipeline. I will keep throwing things out there. As in a business, that's how you grow. So I don't want to give out all my ideas, but in the pipeline. So I have things in the pipeline. I'm just going to keep throwing things out there and keeping them on their toes. That is my job.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Best of luck.
Okay, awesome. We have a question from Isaiah.
Good afternoon. First of all, Keisha, I want to tell you that I'm quite impressed by the presentation. It sounded like you took some time and had put in a lot of passion into it. So that impresses me by itself. The question that I have is in, let's say, medium term, what do you believe is the greatest challenge to your business right now? What do you think is the greatest situation that you need to overcome to get to the next level of your dream? Yeah, and also, how can we help?
Okay, so for me now, because of one of the challenges is we're trying to overcome this COVID-19. So, coming into the market, you want to obviously be a little bit more efficient. And, with the flights and everything, it kind of sets you back a little from exactly where you want to be. But besides that, just going to share something quickly as to how the community can assist in me getting to that next level. So if you give me, let me just share my screen with you.
Oh, not as yet. We're gonna hold that off. Okay. Not as yet. Not as yet. We're gonna take some more questions first. That's the very last one that we deal with in the pipeline. Okay, so I'm gonna read out a question we have in the chat. So we have Natasha from Suriname, and her question is, will you be offer any real-time parcel tracking services to your customers?
Okay, so how it would work is that the customers obviously send their packages to wherever they like. We will notify them when it's being received. We will notify them when it's being in transit. We'll notify them when it gets here, and we'll notify them when it's ready for pickup. So we will inform the customer. The customer is gonna get the information, or they can go and look for themselves. So they will get the information every step of the way, so they stay informed.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm hoping that Keisha responded to your question um, in the way that you would fully understand, Natasha. We have another question here from Nicola, and she says she's the okay. So she's the owner of an on Lucian Time. Question: do you guys only ship for the US, and where are you located, and what are your rates and specials?
Okay. We are located in Carrasco Drive, Sanssouci, near Serenity Park. We don't only ship from the US, we also do the UK. And earlier, as I mentioned, we also do our shipping of auto parts and stuff from the UK and also Trinidad. So it's not just from the US. And soon, I'm just going to just give you a little, so you'll, get excited and stuff. And soon, we've had our China link. So we're working on that as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Keisha, for that. We have another question from Ronetta.
Oh, well, Natasha, I think Natasha actually asked my question, but just to elaborate a little, I was actually asking if there was a website, if you guys have a website, or if you have plans to have a website where persons can do business online, especially as now a lot of companies or the world is moving into technology and just making sure that almost everything is at the click of a finger. Like persons should be able to lie down on their bed and go on a site and just see everything. So will you, or do you have a website where customers can operate business from, including tracking? I'm hoping my question was clear, Keisha.
Everybody just on me. Parcel. I was reading up. I was actually reading a question from Suzette, but sorry, Renetta. What was the question again?
Well, I was saying that because the world is going virtual and digital and just using technology to enhance business and just making everything a lot more convenient for customers, especially persons like myself. I want to be able to lie down on my bed at whatever hours of the night and do business online. So do you have a website, or do you plan to have a website where customers can engage with you and do business online, including the tracking of their packages?
Yes, I do have my website running currently. The customers can do everything that they choose to. They could pay online. They don't have to come in physically to us. There's 2 options for them to pay online if they choose to. We're also in the process of configuring a live chat just for people who just want quick questions. So we will be available for that. So yes, you could lie on your bed and shoot me a quick message on the website and I'll answer you.
Awesome.
Okay, great. We have a question from Anita. Anita, you're
on mute.
Anita, you're muted. We're not hearing you.
Sorry about that. Yeah. As I was saying, Keisha, you sound very advanced, although you're a new startup company. You sound like you pretty understand what you're doing. I suppose your 5-year experience in the other field has helped you a lot. I want to ask, what are your overheads? Since you just opening this particular company, what are your overheads in this particular company? What are your overheads?
Well, my overheads would be my bills, the light that I have to pay, and because currently renting where I am now.
So you rent?
Yeah, for now. Yeah, it's in.
So rent and utility bills?
Yeah.
And staff? You have any staff?
I currently have 1.
You intend to increase number of staff?
Definitely, yes, definitely.
Wow, business is going well.
By God's
very
grace,
well, Keisha.
by God's grace, we
Yes.
have a vision, and if one of our goals is okay, we want to expand. So this is what I have to tell myself: I am going to expand. So I'm going to reach there. So steps need to be taken so that I get there. So
Very good, Keisha. I like your spirit. Keep it up. All right,
Okay,
thanks.
guys. I
Okay,
don't mean to
awesome.
interrupt. Thank you all for your questions. Most of it was directed to Keisha, and Keisha, you've done a good job so far in answering these questions. I'm sure questions have more questions. But at this time, we can just direct. We'll have at least a few minutes to direct any questions or to go back to Paulina's presentation. And if we have any questions, I'm not too sure if she was able to complete everything. Paulina, if there's anything that you need to just say to close it off, and then I think 3 minutes we can go ahead and ask questions to Paulina.
Yes, please, but I don't think, hold on, I don't think that that would quite be fair to her for her not to go through the judging through the panelists first before we ask her the questions. So I want to allow her, sorry for the noise in the background, I want to allow her to at
least.
I didn't.
Okay, so Paulina, you can go ahead to finish your presentation, and then we can then allow the expert panel to go ahead into the Q&A with you.
Basically, what I was about to say is the services that we offer are unlimited. We offer any service that you may require for an event or a wedding. That includes, through our network, we are able to provide an unlimited service. So we alleviate the stress of you having to go out and get the services that you may require, items, because the primary reason why we started is because sometimes to order items from the net, persons wouldn't be able to order it or on time. So we'd have to be creative in doing the decor pieces that they wanted. And they were very satisfied. And because of the satisfaction, we decided to extend our services further to other persons. And so far, we have been having great reactions from our customers. And we would like to also say that we are on Instagram, on Facebook, and you could check our Facebook page. It's Royalty Weddings. You could search it and you will get our page. And I would like to close by saying thank you to Michelle for this opportunity. Although right now I am very nervous because of the several difficulties that I have been having, but have been experiencing with technical problems, and I'm all over the place. Sorry about that.
We fully understand. We all face our challenges. Everybody faces challenges, but remember, this is a support group. We are not here to judge you. We're not here to condemn you for anything. We are all understanding what your situation is, and trust me, we applaud you. It takes a lot of courage to do what you did. Okay, not many people are comfortable, speaking to a whole room of people, far less online, because there's so many faces, So
And
you did an extremely good job.
Thank you so much. And as I was saying, for the opportunity through Dream Builder, and I also, through this opportunity, meet up with a lady that I am her customer, and we became allies, which is Coco Love. I've been using her services. She's now part of my network and creating the romantic nights for the gentlemen who have been using my services. And I thank you so much again, and everyone who came to support us.
Wonderful.
That is really great.
Good collaboration.
Excellent. Yes. Okay, so we open the floor now to our expert panel, Betty and Gina, to ask your question to Paulina. The audience, you can also utilize the chat to also type in your questions and just put up your raised hand so that we can call upon you when the time comes.
Paulina, I just love the idea of the romantic.
Oh, sorry, Betty.
I just love the idea of the romantic nights that these husbands and spouses are creating. So I need to refer my husband to you.
That would be wonderful.
Yes, and you seem to have, with 40% of your clientele being male, is very impressive. So my question to you, Paulina, everybody out there is offering themselves as an event manager. How are you differentiating yourself in that market?
What we do is, as I said, we are a stress alleviator business. Most of the event planners, because I work with them also, they hire me to do certain things for them. And what I have noticed is that they still have to go out and source the services. But what we do, you come to us, we like the one-stop event shop. So you come to us and just relax, and we have everything under control. If you want a caterer, we have that in our network. If you want a seamstress and your dress is torn and you're getting married, we have this available. So if you're getting married and you're thinking of every single thing that might go wrong, your makeup is smudging, we have an on-call makeup artist. We have everything covered. When I tell you everything, our network is broad. So this is why I said our services go beyond. So you're thinking of having an event, call us, we could plan the event. If you have an idea of what your event is, we could help you develop that event into reality. When I mean reality, we are very creative, and we also, one of our thing is using products, recycling products to keep the cost down. So as I said, we work with everyone's budget. You may see something that is not usable, but to us, when we finish with it, it's going to be so different from what it was originally.
It seems to me part of your differentiation too is your level of creativity, and I think you must remember that.
Yes.
Okay. Gina, over to you.
Yes. Thank you. Great job, Paulina. I enjoyed it. I think I love your slogan. I'm sitting here and I think everybody can be royal. Can you just remind me of the slogan?
Even you deserve to feel like royalty.
Here we go. And I really liked it. It was very catchy. I enjoyed that. I'm just thinking, in light of the whole COVID-19 and what it has been doing to the business environment, and especially with an organization like yours, where I mean, communication and customers are very valuable and they are most important. What marketing strategies have you put in place to ensure that you, even in this current situation and amid this circumstance, that you continue to get that revenue, that you continue to grab customers? What are you doing right now?
Well, as I said earlier, presently what I have been doing is forming allies so that we could partner up and I could create new items to offer to my clients. Example, the romantic night, everybody was on lockdown and a lot of the restaurants are closed. Coco Love offers fine foods and very tasty food. So what I did is mostly her pastries. I've been ordering, creating candlelight dinners for those persons who cannot go out and experience the ambience, and assist them with decor and create a romantic setting. This is one of my selling points right now, and we're creating more for persons to enjoy, because they most of my business is mass crowd, and as you rightly said, we are unable to perform the full duties that we normally do. So we're doing intimate offers right now for birthday parties, just the family at home. If you want something intimate, we could offer you a specialist in cake, decor, and a small backdrop for photos so that you could have the memory still. Because people still want to see pictures and reminisce about the moment. So we create that fact for you.
Excellent. We have a question from Suzette. So she says, hello, Paulina. I, for one, believe that the weddings and complimentary services will not die, and you have eloquently described your value proposition. How will you stand out by offering a holistic service? How would you entice your target persons to choose your services at this time?
Firstly, everyone's pocket is very tight right now, and this is one of our key points here. We do not turn anyone away from budget. We had recently someone getting married, and she brought her to our attention that she also has some medical issues, and we work with everyone. So this is something that would be our key selling point as of now, that budget we could work with your budget and create whatever it is that you want. And also the intimate moments is also our key selling points. Creating, because now for weddings, you only are allowed 10 persons, and that includes the officiator and the persons that are witnesses there. So all these are what we are using now to gain our clients' interest.
Okay, thank you for that, Paulina. We have another question here in the chat from Leonie Fontenau. She says, hi, I'm the owner of Skin Deep SLU. I was going to ask Paulina if she places emphasis on working with local creatives, designers, and business people. But she covered that, and I'm very happy that you do. It is important, too, for us to work to network together and not just order from outside. So that was basically commendation for your work for your choice, I should say, in dealing with local persons and designers. Wendy says, excellent presentations from both presenters. You both have excellent command of your business as well as goals. Keep the entrepreneurial spirit going. Okay, so, and Kyle had to leave, unfortunately. So his final words was, unfortunately, I must disconnect. Thanks for inviting me to participate. This is such a great, positive, and important discussion. Paulina and Keisha, great presentations and great businesses. And that is from Kyle. He's a representative of the U.S. Department of State. Okay, and we go to our audience here with the hands up. We have Nydia Alexander. I don't see you. You need to have your video enabled. You can go ahead and ask your question. Nydia Alexander.
Hi, good, I should say evening to everyone. I have a question for, I'm not sure, can you see my video? It's dark on my end though.
Go ahead with your question.
Okay, I have a question for Keisha. Since you're a new startup business, you just opened your doors, I believe you said sometime earlier this month. What was your challenge in getting to starting up, basically?
Okay, so my challenges to starting up, for one, was finding a place. Because with the courier company, it's not something that you can just start from your home. You need a place because you need to have something in place with customs and everything. So one of the challenges was the place. That was one of my biggest challenges. And when I did find the place, my next challenge was the plenty renovations of the place. So it took me, it set my timeline back, because then, it took me much longer than I expected. So that was my challenge in starting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have another question from Isaiah.
Hi guys. Okay, excellent presentation. I just wanted was more of a comment. I wanted to encourage you that congratulations, you had some difficulty, and that is actually one of the things you have to get accustomed to, because things will just pop up, things will not work, and the ability to adjust on the fly is one of the greatest skills you'll ever have, because life doesn't tell you everything that's going to happen. So that's what I really want to encourage you with that. Also, in terms of your network, how far is your reach on the island? Is it only located in the north? Are you going down south? I would like to know that.
Paulina, did you hear the question?
No, sorry, I did not. I'm so distracted.
Okay, he was asking, what is your reach? Are you located in the north, the south?
I am located in Castries, so that would be the north of the island. If we check in the map. And what exactly what was your question exactly? Where am I located, right?
Your reach.
Oh,
yeah,
my
your
reach.
Yeah.
Oh, my reach is all over the island. We go as far as Vieux-Fort. So I have no limitations when it comes to going to get the clients, meet the clients' needs. So our clients, they contact us via Facebook, and we also have clients from overseas who contact us via Facebook and through the hotels who recommend our services. Our range is far. We have no limitations when it comes to clients.
Okay, thank you so very much for that question. We have a question from Lisa.
Just to
Lisa, you're
inform, we have
muted.
1 more minute for this segment.
Lisa, you're muted.
Okay, thank you. I'm thinking like the young people at the moment, so I'll be brief on Paulina. If I were to have an event in this time, or let's just say another pandemic or some disaster occur globally, would you do virtual events like what we're doing right now with backdrop, background, the whole works?
Now, this is a great question because this is actually something that I've been researching. I was offering this service as we speak to one of my clients actually, who is getting married and had this big wedding, and unfortunately, due to COVID and its uncertainty, she wanted to also have her family with her at the ceremony. So I've been working, having chats with persons who can offer the service of the virtual experience. And with my service and this experience, I think, yes, maybe in the future, if anything were to happen, or if COVID-19's restrictions were extended, that would be a possible thing that we would implement in our services.
Thank you.
Okay, great. And basically, this is all the time we have for the questions from the audience. Thank you so very much, everybody. For those of you who didn't get a chance to ask your question, please type your question into the chat box, and you can direct it at the presenter that you would like to ask the question to, whether it be Paulina or whether it would be Keisha. So please direct your question to them. You go to the arrow in the chat, and then you select their name, and then you type your question there so that it goes directly to them. Okay, so that is how you would at least ensure that your question is registered. Okay, so basically this is it in terms of the audience asking questions and also the expert panel asking their questions. I just wanted to give a quick reminder that we will be taking snapshots of the event of all of you during the proceedings. So it's really important that we get to see you and get to see your faces, the smiling faces from everybody as we take our snapshots. Also, while I'm taking these snapshots, I am going to allow Lisa to give the community announcements.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, first of all, I'm not even seeing any community announcements on the page actually. Our next event will be next month, the second Wednesday of next month. Not sure of the date, so I guess we're expecting vibrant ladies to attend, to be presenters, and to well-equipped expert panelists also. So far, this is what I have so far. I'm sorry. Michelle, is there any other announcement that you'd like to make that I should have
Yes,
known?
I will give the community announcements. Okay, so in terms of the community announcements, here they are. So we have the Entrepreneurship World Cup. Applications are currently open and will close on July 12, 2020. Over $1 billion in cash and in-kind prizes to be won for idea stage, early stage, and established businesses and entrepreneurs of all ages. The national finals for the Entrepreneurship World Cup in St. Lucia will take place on August 12, 2020. One winner will get the chance to move on to the global finals in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Number 2, the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition 2020. And that encourages entries from all young people from across the Commonwealth, including St. Lucia, regardless of background, location, or education level. Entries can be written in any form of creative writing, such as poems, speeches, stories, or essays. Entries accepted via the online platform until 5 p.m. on June 30th. The theme for this year's competition is Climate Action and the Commonwealth. Our third announcement is Dream to Reality Professional Business Training course for women has a new theme for this second installment, and it is called Repurpose, Retool, and Redeploy Your Dream. It is a free 7-week interactive course just for women entrepreneurs and women who own small businesses who have been adversely impacted by COVID-19 to help them reposition their businesses and ventures in this new environment. Selected candidates have been notified, and the virtual orientation day will be held on June 22nd, 2020 via Zoom. You can see the updates regarding this particular event on the Facebook page, Dream to Reality Professional Business Training course. Number 4, the Global Entrepreneurship Congress 2020. Originally, it was slated for October 4th to the 7th, 2020, but that is being revisited. The Global Entrepreneurship Congress is a gathering of startup champions from around the world, where entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, thought leaders, and policymakers work together to help bring ideas to life, drive economic growth, and expand human welfare. And number 5, Island Innovation Virtual Island Summit 2020. That takes place from September 7th to the 13th. The summit is a free and online event to connect global islands and share common experiences. Topics include sustainable development, island economics, capacity building and leadership, transport, health, education, climate change, and so much more. And finally, in terms of our next event in July, that will take place on the 8th of July. Again, the next virtual Startup Huddle St. Lucia session will take place on the 8th of July, same time, 5 p.m. And we will have two more female presenters who are recent graduates of the Dream to Reality Professional Business Training course. So please keep your eyes peeled to the Startup Huddle St. Lucia page, and you will get updates as to who our next presenters are going to be. Now, at this point in time, this is normally where we ask the final question to our presenters. So I will allow Ronetta to ask our final call to action question to Keisha.
Okay, Keisha. So before I ask the question, I just want to echo the sentiments of everyone in the group and just say congrats on overcoming the odds, and just, bringing your business to life. I could really see your passion. And this is where I ask, as a local entrepreneurial community, what can we do for you in terms of helping you to just take your business to the next level?
Give me money. My screen if you
Only if it was that easy. Yeah.
I love that.
Trust me, Isaiah. Trust me to love that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna share my screen with you to show you guys what and how you could assist. So, right. So basically, this is how my community can assist me to, further and reach to that next step and that next step. So sign up, go to our page, refer a friend. We do have special offers. We have incentives for referring a friend. We have different incentives such as discounts on your shipping, no handling. So we have a lot of exciting offers for referring a friend and just getting people to sign up and come on board. So I would really appreciate it, guys, if you spread the word and become a part of the Connect family.
Okay, so Keisha, what you're saying is that you're going to reward us for bringing you customers and clients. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, now I remember you saying, I want money. So what if I said that, I want money? Can I get that?
Well, I could give you that in shipping.
So the value of the shipping. Okay, I get that. I get that. Okay, so in terms of what exactly you'd like us to share, do you have anything that you can put into the chat for everybody there so that persons can see what exactly you'd like us to share for you? And is
Yes.
there something that you have on your Facebook page that we can possibly go and, you know, read up about what this, you know, incentive program is? Can you shed some light on that?
Okay, cool. So I have not posted it as yet on Facebook, but it will be there before the weekend. So we putting together our refer a friend campaign.
Oh, so I thought that was exclusively for us.
Well, what will be specific for you guys, it will depend on the special offers. So what I will really give you guys exclusive will be just for you guys. So your special offer is your special offer.
Okay, well,
No
thank
need
you
to put
so
me on the
much.
spotlight. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Keisha. And I'll go back to Ronetta to allow her to ask Paulina what is her ask. What does she want from the community?
So, Paulina, it wouldn't be fair if I don't say congrats again. As your coach, I'm so proud of you, you know, for just not giving up in spite of technical difficulties. And yes, we will always have these, but you rise above it. So, congrats. So, again, what can we as a community do for royalty weddings?
Hello.
Yes, Paulina,
Hi.
you heard?
No, sorry about
What
that.
can That's okay. What can we as a community, as an entrepreneurial community, do to support you and your business?
Paulina transforming us there for
What I would appreciate most is that I get support from
Paulina, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yes. So we'll give you a chance to answer the question. So what can we as a community do to help you and royalty?
What can you do for me? That's a very nice.
We're having some connectivity issues here,
gone.
Paulina. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, so unfortunately we have to wrap up because we have our last session of our agenda, which is our breakout rooms. So that is where our presenters and the expert panel will be separated into a room where they would be having their one-on-ones, and then the rest of us is going to be in a separate room where we can engage and talk and, you know, network, and of course share any insights. You can talk to us, you know, the team members. Let us know what you think about the event, you know, what you think we can possibly implement for the next one, and also any suggestions that you have, or any other questions that you would possibly have for the presenters. Of course, please keep it in the chat so that we can also, you know, refer to it. So I'm going to pass the floor on to Lisa to give our vote of thanks, and then we're going to go into our breakout rooms thereafter.
Okay, good evening all. Everybody can hear me? Okay, I'd like to say thank you to our expert panelists, Mrs. Combi and Gina. Well done, well said. Everything was to the point. I guess first special thanks to the two presenters. I didn't know that we had such a royalty in our midst, and Paulina, congratulations to that. And also Keisha, congratulations to opening a business in such difficult and challenging times. I wish you all the best in the future. I'd also like to say thank you to the team for all the hard work in making this virtual presentation possible today. I know that lately we have been having some lot of internet issues, and so far it has not been that bad today. So thanks God for that. I'd also like to thank you also for the persons who made an effort to attend and to supporting us right now in this time. One thing I would like to say in person is this. It's not very easy having an event of such magnitude. It takes a lot of work, and thanks to Michelle and her Hannah, continuous effort and support. She has made it very possible for everybody to be here, for the Dream to Reality program to exist. And it's like making all our dreams a reality at this time. I'd like to make mention also of the persons who were invited personally from other participants. And I wish everybody the best in the coming future. And kudos to everybody, as I said, the team for the hard work that they presented. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much, Lisa, for that vote of thanks. Okay, so I am taking a quick look into the breakout rooms, and I'm seeing that it would not permit me to put only select number of persons into the breakout rooms. So for that reason, what we're going to do is that we're going to have a separate, session altogether with the expert panel. And for the presenters, I'm hoping that will not be too much of an inconvenience for you. So we can collectively agree to have a separate session. It does not have to be this evening if it's not possible, with just the expert panel, as I said, and just the presenters. So just the four of you who'd be able to meet and then, go over the rubric that you would have filled out on the presenters. Is that okay with everybody? The presenters and the expert panel, is that okay?
Are you saying that we will have to do at a later time?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, because the breakout rooms will not permit me to just add just you into the room and then everybody else into the separate room. It's basically splitting it up based on the number of persons in, in the chat. So so what I could do is, if you agree to meet at a later date, then we can do that, or we would have to end our event a little earlier and bid farewell to our audience. I'm sorry. And then we can just have a separate, and then after everybody leaves, then our presenters and expert panel can have their one-on-ones. So I think that would be the better, more convenient thing to do based on what is happening right now. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry that it had to, we had to end early like this. I'm really sorry, everybody. So those of you who are in the audience, please leave your questions in the chat before you go, so that at least the presenters will get an opportunity to answer them. Those will be posted in on our Facebook page, the answers to your questions. Feel free, of course, to direct the name of the person that you're posting the question to, because we will not be able to tell. So if it is a question for Paulina, please state that. If it is a question for Keisha, please state that, so that your questions will be addressed. So everybody, thank you so much for attending Startup Huddle St. Lucia. This is our virtual event. I'm looking forward to seeing you again for our next event, again, which is the 8th of July. The 8th of July, which is our next event. Please keep your eyes peeled to our Facebook page to know who the next presenters are, and encourage other persons to attend and participate and to support our entrepreneurs. Again, thank you so much. And we're gonna bid you farewell now, and so we can have our private one-on-one sessions with our expert panel and the presenters. So as you leave, you can say your final words.
Bye, ladies, and I just wish you all the best. I'm happy that you were able to take advantage of this opportunity, and I'm hoping that we who were present here today, we didn't just come and be hearers of the word, I should say, but let's just be doers. Let's see how we could really support each other. It's not an easy thing out there as a local entrepreneur, so let's really do our part and see how we could help a business to get there. Bye-bye, everyone.
Hi, Eufalia. I want to thank you for coming. I see I had Peter Raphael there. I had some others there.
We must recognize the men. Recognize the men.
The men. Oh yes, we had oh Michelle. We had, what's his name? Clint. We had Clint there with us.
His name is Kyle Fishman.
Yeah, Kyle, but I'm talking about Clint, who our past presenter.
Oh, Clint was there. I didn't see him. Sorry about that.
Yes, he was there.
Eufalia, I'm happy to see you too.
You didn't see her? You have not seen her? You just see her name.
I see her name. She's not there?
She there, but you see her name.
I am there, but why everybody has to let everybody know I'm there? Hi, Betsy. I'm supporting my goals. Hi, Anita. I came to support
Alright.
my camera. I always do support my goals. So I'm there to support
Wonderful,
him.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Please spread the word, ladies. Please spread the word, everybody, about Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Encourage people to come and make their valuable contributions and find out what our wonderful people are doing. Okay, we
We
have
have the president of the Nurses Association there too, Alicia Baptiste. You know that? Miss Baptiste, we're happy to have had
Miss
you.
Baptiste, say hello.
President of the
Hi,
Nurses
good evening.
Association.
I'm not.
Alicia Baptiste. Yes,
But is her
she's there.
audio? It doesn't look like her audio is connected though.
But
Miss
that's her.
Baptiste, can you hear us? It doesn't seem like her audio is connected.
Okay.
Okay,
Betty,
so
see you again, Betty. Betty, I hope you enjoyed yourself. See you again.
Bye, everybody.
Yes,
okay,
I did.
bye-bye.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, so Paulina, Keisha, Mrs. Comby, and Ms. Mcphee, please remain on the call so that you can have your one-on-one with the presenters. Goodbye to everybody else. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Bye, ladies. Bye. Ms. Baptiste is still there. All right, so I'm going to, okay. I'm also going to stop the recording before you have your one-on-one sessions as well, because that's not going to be on the recording. Okay. All right, Ms. Baptiste, I'm not sure whether you can hear me, but I have to remove you from the call now because we have to start our last session. I do apologize, but thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay. We also have Kriya. I have to thank you, Kriya, for joining us. Bye. Okay, awesome. Right. So we have our two presenters and our two expert panel. All right, I'm going to end the video now.